Hello, my name is Mars, and welcome back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Alright, let's see. What do we want to do? Do we want to work on our toughness or our combat? See, I can't tell what my combat actually is with the purple, which is a problem. Because I think that with the plus 50 I have, it's technically overshooting this. So that's one little issue I have with this game, is that with the little extra purple, you can't see what your actual stat is. But either way, our toughness is the thing that needs the most work. So let's take advantage of being well rested. And do the baby work. It's hot today. You've been moving wheelbarrows of dirt from one greenhouse to another. Inside the greenhouses, it's nice and cool with mist spraying down from the ceiling at regular intervals. Outside, the twin blazing balls of fire in the sky are unrelenting. The greenhouses are so far apart, one at the top of a steep hill. The track you've been walking between them hazes in the heat. Push through it. -1 to physical challenges. That might suck. Or take a break, staying cool. You decide to hide out in the greenhouses for an hour until the heat of midday passes. You bump into your parents doing the same thing. Smart kid, your mom says, handing you a canteen. Your dad has set up a reclining plastic chair right under one of the misters and invites you to lie there under the spray. It's so nice. Your parents know how to take care of themselves. Do they? I don't know if Lulu does. You know how she, worked herself to death? Do you remember that? I know it was in a past life, Solane, but you tend to know how that works. Oop, we can do a 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Yeah. +5 toughness. Alright, I think we'll get that up there pretty fast. Vertimnalia. Yay. Thank you, everyone. Look at you. Look at this colony. Finally truly united. All it took was a common enemy. I see a fire in your eyes, a courage in your hearts. I see a colony that's ready to win. I see a colony that's here to stay, Vertumna. Do you hear me? Do you hear me, Vertumna? We humans aren't going to hide anymore. One thing I'm really worried about is that our defense is not going to be high enough, and I don't really know what else I can do to increase our defense. I feel like I've actually been doing more to hurt it. So, the colony actually might not survive this playthrough. But, that's fine. We're on Dis's everything must burn side of things. So, the original fugitive colonists got it wrong. In Roman mythology, Vertumnus was the god of cultivation, not of rampant chaotic growth. We need to clear the field before we can plow it. Vertumna won't be safe for human life until the aliens are eradicated. Brett crosses his arms and nods his agreement. Maybe there's more to this plan than Loom is letting on. Loom descends from the stage and is a receiving line of handshakes and fist bumps. And then Seek comes up. Him. I want to announce that this will be the last year that the festival contest will be held. Whatever. A sound of protest rises from the crowd, and near the front, Loom just shrugs theatrically and mouths, "Not my fault." Seek looks down at him pointedly and then continues. This war will use our colony resources at a tremendous rate, including the most valuable, time. Oh! Hey, I've got some good news, Loom adds, jumping back up on stage. This one's gonna really knock your socks off. The colony has its first pregnancy. The crowd murmurs in excitement, and Loom beckons Tammy to join him. Everyone give a round of applause for Aspartame here, for Tumna's first mother. Tammy is beet red all the way to the tips of her ears, but she dutifully does a little twirl so Loom can show her off. Look at her, he exclaims, so vibrant, so healthy, just like our young colony. We're so proud of you, Tammy. Your child is going to join the ranks of the greatest species the universe has ever seen. Loom pumps his face in the air. Humans, let me hear you, Vertumna. Wait, Tammy is pregnant? Tammy descends from the stage into a gaggle of surprised and excited friends. OMG, is it really true? Mars asked immediately, taking Tammy by the hands. Yes! Tammy exclaims, like the secret is bursting out of her. I'm finally going to be a mommy, just like Aunt Anne. You take a good look at Tammy. You haven't seen a pregnant person in years, not since you landed at least. Aren't they supposed to glow? Tammy looks radiant with pride and excitement. Looking more closely, you realize that her dress is starting to curve out around the belly. Every baby born to the colony, even you and your friends, is a complex arrangement of inherited, donated, and altered genes, and sometimes not even related to their parents. If the council let Tammy have a baby, does that mean there will be more soon? So is the implication here that this is biologically hers? Cal runs over where he was standing with his family and sweeps Tammy up in a big hug, twirling her around. I'm so proud of you, he exclaims, then rests his hands gently on her belly. Sorry, too much spin? You okay, little hot pie? They look at each other adoringly. As you stand around and marvel at Tammy's news, the adults start putting away the chairs and setting up for the games and contests. Mars puts her hands on her hips. So, she starts, what does everyone think of this war on nature? I think it's stupid, Cal says immediately. I know survival is important, but we don't have to kill things to survive here. Mars rolls her eyes. Duh, of course you'd think that. Personally, I think Loom is a total nullhead. He's not that much older than me. What is he, like 24? And everyone listens to him? They should listen to me instead. Finally, you're all called to participate in the games, the last ones. This may be the last time that you just get to be kids. What do you choose? Skip them. You head off to the wall. This is already there, having slipped away sometime during the speeches. I hate this colony, he mutters. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. After the festivities, everyone is supposed to take a few days vacation. You and your friends relax, but the adults move around the colony like ants in a hive, fortifying the walls and preparing for the human offensive against the planet. Dis, you're worrying me. Let me talk more to you. Do I have to go exploring to do that? I don't know. I feel like I have to go exploring, but it really does feel like everything story-wise has been exhausted from the places we have to go. Tammy wants to talk to us. To talk more about the baby, I guess. Tammy is sweeping the front stoop of the lounge, humming a little song to herself. As you approach, you see her standing up straighter and rub her back. Now that you know, it's clear she's pregnant. You wonder how you didn't catch on before Vertumnalia. It's still mind-blowing that she's going to have a baby. The first child born from someone who is themselves born in space. It's hard to believe she's only 1 year older than you. Little Tammy, who cries when toys break and is scared to leave the walls, she's going to be a mom. Tammy looks up as you approach and smiles. Hello, Solane. It's so nice out today, don't you think? She always thinks it's a nice day, even when it's pouring rain. It must be nice to be so cheerful all the time. You look beautiful, Tammy. She smiles and goes a pretty shade of pink. Thank you, Solane. That's so sweet. She does seem more centered and confident than you've ever known her to be. It radiates off her like a warm, glowing sun. When Loom had her up on stage, embarrassed in front of the whole colony, you kept thinking, wow, Tammy's really a grown-up now. Tammy leans on her broom with a dreamy smile. I thought about it for a long time, and talked to Aunt Anne and Dr. Instant, she says. I've always known I wanted children. She giggles in thought. Lots of them. So why not get started now? Aunt Anne and I are going to run the new creche, so we'll have plenty of help raising them, the same way I was raised, she adds. I might not be the strongest or smartest person in the colony, but I'm going to be the best mom. I know I can do this. Do you ever want kids, Solane? What would Solane say? I feel like Solane thinks the world is too dangerous for babies. She looks confused. I don't really believe that. I mean, about Earth. Maybe Vertumna is the case, but it's fine for all these kids, so except for the part where some of them get electrocuted and then have to be saved by time-traveling friends. Maybe you should know about that, Tammy, but Tammy laughs. Solane, we were born in a literal spaceship. That was so super dangerous. Our parents leaving Earth was dangerous. My dad told me he was scared every day that something would go wrong for the ship, but he tried to stay brave for me. She straightens up. I think we can't wait for the right time because it might never come, she says softly. Her hand goes to rest on her stomach. We have to go on living, no matter what's going on out there. I think having children is part of that. Well, I didn't say you're too young. Okay, if you say so. If she wants a baby. Yeah, of course she should have a baby. Tammy goes back to sweeping the stoop, adding little snippets of lyrics to her made-up song. Like, the thing against teen pregnancy is that most teenagers don't want babies. But if Tammy really wants a baby, and it seems like it's what she was born to do, yeah, it was her choice. It was her choice, so she should be allowed. Alright. Let's do toughness again. I feel like I'm stocking up on terrible cards by doing this. Maybe I should just work on the farm a bit. That'll still get me toughness. +3 bonus to pairs. Ooh, sweet. Okay. $15. Alright. And then this is unchangeable, so it's safe to put this here. Woo! ×2 from drone rifle gear. Okay. So there the drone rifle gear came in clutch. If we can get a big pair, then it's worth it. And it's not even the best possible score. Wow. Okay. Getting toughness might be slower doing it via working on the farm, but I don't know. It might be worth it to avoid getting those crappy child cards. Alright, any collectibles? Probably do guard training next. Check in with Jess. Hi. Hey! I feel like everyone's gone insane. It's not just me who can see that, right? This planet is bigger and older than we can even imagine. If we act aggressive, it's just gonna smack us down even harder. No one is listening. You have to listen to the planet. I know a place nearby, Dis says, his eyes crinkling mischievously. You won't need to take much. Just follow me. This leads you about half an hour into the wilderness, just far enough that the ever-present scent of smoke and manure fades away, and the forest opens up to reveal a small lake with perfectly clear jade-colored water and soft white sand. Dis kicks off his shoes and pulls his shirt over his head, revealing the well-hidden secret of his tan skin and toned muscles. He shoots you a little smile. There's no one around for miles. It's just us. You rapidly divest yourself of clothing and dive into the clear pool, swimming out far enough that the only sound is the water gently lapping against your shoulders as Dis pulls you into a firm kiss. Your legs tangle together as you tread water, dipping below the waterline and coming up sputtering, laughing, clinging together in your fantasy of being the only two people who matter on the whole planet. Sweet. Nice. I like that we get little dates. That's cute. I was worried it would be just, you're dating now. That adds nothing to the game, but there is something. It's good. Yeah, okay. Now I feel like we should work on combat. Sometimes you can get Nem to lighten up a little, like she used to be when you were kids. She still loves to talk about sports ball if she's sure no one is listening. She has a lot of opinions about who's heading up the two colony teams, especially little Nougat's athletic development. I love that Nougat is just the child on this ship, on this colony. She is just The child. It's a shame she gave up sports ball in order to commit herself to colony defense. She would have made a great team captain, just like her brother. You only hope she doesn't end up like him, too. Alright. +5 bonus to physical pairs. Can I get any of those? Yeah, there's one. Hold on. Tradition, that's terrible. No, this is better. This is better. Woo! Those are some good pairs. Alright, we almost have enough money. Do we have enough money to update any of these yet? 50? We have the 50 for this. Running. Okay, now it's 2. And we can upgrade them more. Okay. Let's see. Anemone is dating Vase, isn't she? Yeah. Oh, we almost got all of the adults in this playthrough. Last time we missed a few. Okay. And there's still that mystery character, Sim, who I still don't know how we make appear. Let's see. What about... Yeah. We don't know. Ooh, I see a collectible. Almost missed it. Bobber fruit. Just checking in. Should we give Anemone a gift? Do you like flowers? You like them well enough. 61. Okay, there's no way we're getting our friendship with her up all the way. But it was worth a try. Let's see. Shall we do... Let's do this. Let's just bounce back and forth between these. Xenobotany. I don't think there's anything for us to do on Xenobotany, really. Let's just work on the farm. You and Cal are working inside the geoponics domes today. I think we saw this event in the last playthrough. You have a lot of sprats to transfer, which involves a lot of wheeling heavy trays from one place to another. And it's hot inside the domes too. You're covered in sweat and dirt by midday. Work hard. Yeah, you're so tough. You've never met a wheel you couldn't barrow. Or is it a barrow you couldn't wheel? Either way, you're a pro at moving these sprouts from place to place. Cal isn't so impressed. Hey, he says, stopping you from charging into the fields. Be careful with that thing. Stop showing off, Solane. You can't win at farming. One slot becomes value 4. Okay. Well, that was already value 4, so it's fine. We can do like this. Yeah. Hold on. We can do this. Yeah. 5 of a kind. Not even the best score. I don't know how that's possible. Alright. Our toughness is getting up there. It's pretty good. Alright. Yeah, we're definitely like at that point in the playthrough where things do feel a little sparse because I've maxed out all the things I really, really care about. But at least we have a goal, you know? Getting that Chivo. You know how it is. Always gotta check in with Dis just to say hi. Okay, let's do guard duty. Your mom hates that you signed up for colony defense. You can feel her disapproval bore a hole in your back when you leave every morning for work. She was a soldier. She, of all people, should know the importance of what you're doing out here, and the enormity of the sacrifice you're making. +5 bonus to physical pairs. Ooh, we've never drawn this before. Hold on. Alright. We have no physical pairs. Oh boy. Let's see, this won't help. No. It'll get us... No, it won't get us closer. Alright, we're just gonna have to... let's redraw a hand. That might be good. 6, 6? Yeah? Nice. And +1 skill and physical challenge win. That'd be good for us. +5 combat. We're getting up there. Alright. Let's look around. Should we, like, relax? Should we rest? Before we have to go out there and glow? That might be good, actually. Maybe we should have saved our date for when we were a little stressed out. We might need to rest a little bit. Because next... next month we're gonna have to go exploring. This is also relaxing on the wall. He greeted you with a question. Hey Solane, if you could push a button and it would kill everyone on Earth, but the colony would survive forever, would you do it? What if it was the opposite, and you could push a button and we'd all die, but it would fix all the problems for everyone on Earth? You barely know how to answer. The question plagues you for a whole month. I would not do either of those things. Love you, Dis, but you're a weirdo sometimes. Those are both good cards. Alright. It is glow. Which means it is explory time. Hey, Mom and Dad, what are you guys doing over here? What? I feel like I never noticed that part of the walls over there before. Well, I know I'm going exploring. Maybe I'll find Dis out there. Maybe he also snuck out. It would be within his nature. We're gonna go. Alright, we gotta go down the winding paths. Find all these crystals. Should we go straight to the story? The area is dotted with huge circles of glowing mushrooms, each one nearly 1 meter in diameter. The bare grass in the center of the circles looks remarkably lush. +6 if the card to the left is blue. I don't think it's worth that. It's all too beautiful. I think we got that card again already. The gnarlwood trees have these glowing bumps on them. Are those insects inside? You see something pulsing in there, like a goopy caterpillar becoming a butterfly. How strange. Alright, black lights. We definitely already read about black lights. Alright. There's that. And another one. Yeah, we've done all these events. I think. Let's walk past these manticores, though. Take some photographs. It's just so beautiful out here. Too bad you can't share these without raising suspicions. Nobody is allowed outside the colony during Glow. Nobody. If you were hurt and Utopia or the others had come to rescue you and got hurt themselves, well, there are good reasons not to make anyone worry. We'll just have to treasure the memory of this beautiful place. More stuff down there. How do I get down there? I feel like I couldn't get down there last time either. No, I did. I'm just an idiot. Okay. I'll take all these crystals. Please and thank you. Okay. I guess nothing changed. Something's gonna happen there, though, eventually. There's that event that was gonna give me a crappy card. Okay, that was disappointing. Yes, I got those crystal clusters. It's all good. I'm almost maxed out on bravery. You're just putting your boots on to grab dinner in the lounge when you hear the colony sirens begin to wail. It's the yearly attack. Ugh, they couldn't have waited until you ate dinner? Rude. Outside your window, you watch the colony defense begin to mobilize. Your holopalm chimes with the usual reminders for all civilian colonists to stay indoors. You head to the garrison to grab a plas rifle, then report to the front. Chief Rhett looks surprised to see you, but assigns you to a squad with Nem and tells you to get up on the walls and do your best. On the other side of the walls is more of the xenos than you've ever seen in one place, ever. They seethe out of the forest, large and small, herbivorous and predatory, fungal and otherwise, flying and crawling and hopping towards the colony with a single-minded determination. The air fills with the pew-pew of laser turrets and the crackle of plasma rifles. The enemy's front line collapses, only to be replaced by even more xenos, just as many as before, if not more. There's no end to it. Firebreak turns into a graveyard of dead and dying alien bodies, wave after wave crawling over the corpses until they roil at the base of the walls like the foam on a wave when it hits the shore. You hear the walls creaking underneath you, but they hold strong. There is no sun to set in Glow, but night falls on the battlefield without any break in the fighting. Your fingers begin to cramp from pulling the trigger of your plas rifle. Finally, you're relieved by the second guard shift. You walk straight into the garrison and right into a dreamless sleep. You're awoken 6 hours later for your next shift. The kitchens have provided the soldiers with pressed soy rations and hot blep tea, which you grab then to make your way back to the walls to survey the carnage of the night. As you arrive, your holopalm lights up with a priority message. Security personnel, we are under siege, the security chief says, getting right to the point. On Earth, sieges were used to break a city by starvation or drought. We have plenty of food and water. Guards will rotate 6 hours on, 6 off. So long as we keep the xenos on the other side of the wall, we can hold them off for days. Weeks, even. Weeks? Everyone exchanges exhausted looks. He pauses, then adds, "We can do this. We're stronger than them, and we're not going anywhere." You and the other soldiers fall into a fitful rhythm, alternating shifts on the wall with brief snippets of sleep. Gunfire becomes the soundtrack of your days, which begin to smear together like paste. Nim in particular is suffering. She volunteers for relief shifts, sometimes pulling doubles or triples on the wall. You catch her mechanically shoveling soy porridge into her mouth before seeming to fall asleep sitting up. A minute later, she jolts awake as someone's spoon clatters against their bowl. Temper grows short as fatigue sets in. 6 days pass. You're on shift, watching the xenos batter themselves against the walls. You feel your eyes unfocused at the sheer formless horde of them. In all these days, they still haven't breached the colony. Sometimes they even seem to retreat, ebbing backwards and reforming somewhere else. It's behavior you've never seen before. A group of monsters breaks from the tree line. Nothing new except for one of them. One of the xenos looks different from the others, almost humanoid. What is that thing? The creature looks suspiciously like a person, at least from the waist up. Down below, it's a lumbering chimera vaguely reminiscent of a faceless, wrapped in tattered bits of flesh and bony protrusions. Something like hair flutters behind it as it turns and looks right at you with an unnerving, malevolent intelligence. You rub your eyes. Yeah, it's still there. It approaches to the base of the wall, and the other monsters surge forward on to pound against the gates. You wave to it, and the creature sneers, to your surprise, and approaches the wall. Little weed, they address you in a halting, rasping voice. Everything seems to go quiet as you strain to understand this talking horror. Child of breeding rabbits. Feral pig. Kudzu. Its unnervingly human gaze pierces you. Introduced species. You understand? You wonder if you're hallucinating. Is it holding a gun? You slowly nod yes. You understand the words, at least. I am Noctilucent, the monster says through a voice box that seems better suited to guttural roars than human language. A gardener. Designation. Pest control. That's the worst card. I don't envy you, Noctilucent. You realize with glowing horror that this creature's hair is actually alive somehow, waving in a wind that isn't there. Their clicky-clacky bits wave and snap at you as if they have minds of their own. You can't look away. What do you want? Who are you talking to? You jump as Nem sneaks up behind you, and when you look back, Noctilucent is gone. I don't want the delusions card. Nobody. You shake your head. Maybe you were just seeing things. You don't want Nem to worry either way. She nods and pats your shoulder. The siege is getting to everyone, Solane. It's okay. Finally, after the 6th day of the siege, you look down the sights of your plasma rifle and see a curious thing. The monsters are retreating. As you gather with the other soldiers in the colony square, your holopalm lights up with a priority announcement from Governor Loom. The alien attackers have been defeated. The siege has ended. Another year, another win. You're welcome, Vertumna. You're welcome, humanity. Alright, then Chief Rek gets angry. You're welcome. What did he do? Yeah. A few Helios covertly film Rhett while he rails against Loom. You watch Utopia's reclamation crew strew out through the gates to begin vaporizing xenocorpses for the component molecules. That night, you have terrible dreams. You imagine that you're sieging the colony, that you're a creature crawling in the mud in your belly, the ozone crackle of plasma rifle fire arcing overhead. With your talon claws, you rip into the walls like they're made of clay, stuffing choking handfuls of it in your mouth. In a moment of lucidity, you try to pull the clay from your throat, but no matter how hard you pull, it just never ends. You jolt awake when you realize you've been pulling your own guts out of your throat. Just a dream. You're shaking and coated in a film of terror sweat, your heart pounding. You don't find sleep again before dawn break. Okay, that was interesting. Quite interesting. We gained quite a lot of toughness that year. Alright. Can I tell Dis about Noctilucent? I would like to do that. I would very much like to tell someone about that. Maybe I should have told Nem. But I know that Dis would believe me. Can we at least go on one of our little dates, Dis, to make me feel better? You spot Dis in deep conversation with one of the other people who work in expeditions, conferring over a large holomap. Dis points out a location on the map, and the explorer makes a note in their own holopalm before walking away. Dis closes the holomap and notices you standing there. He looks around hesitantly, as if checking if people are watching, before giving you a chaste kiss. Hey, Solane, he murmurs. You want a gift? I have so many of these. I have so many of them. Okay. Okay. Well, what the hell am I supposed to do with that information? There are alien people. Was Noctilucent of the Convergent Domain? Is that what their deal is? I don't know. And if that's the case, why are they the first humanoid xeno we've seen? And why does it seem like only we could see them? Must have something to do with our deja vu, our memory powers, and whatnot. Must. Alright, but we still got time to figure all that out. We're just gonna keep working on our physical skills and trying to max them both out, so until next time, I have been Mars, and I will be back with more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Exocolonist? Sorry.